Well, the Los Angeles Chargers have made some very interesting signings this offseason, starting with Najee Harris, brought Mike Williams back into the building, and are still looking to build from there in the draft. There's a lot of speculation to where they go. They added Mekhi Becton, so offensive line looks really good, especially with Joe Alt still from last year. Added Tyler Conklin, could probably still use an upgrade at tight end with as much as Justin Herbert likes to target his tight ends. Lad McConkey, of course, is incredible. Najee, still here, or new here. Jalen Reagor, they brought back. Quentin Johnston, you'd like to see more from. The defensive side of the ball is really where they're hurting. You don't have great corners. You bring in Ben St. Juste. You have a really weak defensive line, not a great linebacker core. You know you need to replace Khalil Mack soon, even though right now at this point he is still the premier pass rusher, even at like however old he is. You got Alohi Gilden. You got some good safeties, but you know, really everywhere else you're hurting. We got to figure that out. But it's draft time. That's where we are in the year. Y'all are going to have to, you know, give me a little bit of a break as I was trying this new draft class, and I don't think it's super accurate. Stuff needs to be moved around. It's not great. I'm trying a new way to set up the draft classes and everything. It didn't work to my advantage, but we're going to roll with it. I'm going to have to figure that stuff out later. So we're going to start by just getting to our pick. And Jackson, see, this is where the issue is Jacksonville doesn't need Cam Ward. A little bit of a fail on my part there, but you know what? We're just going to roll with it. And I really think in the first round, they got him. I don't like doing it, but this is who I think they're picking. Now, it says he's a day 3 talent. I think they're going after Kenneth Grant. It's a stretch. He's normal dev. I don't like that, but we're going to try to develop him and get him moving in the right direction. That just was... I didn't switch all the picks. You know, this is such a tough thing to do. Now, in the second round, they have been linked, and I've seen a lot of mock drafts that have the Chargers going after Quinshon Judkins. You really have Najee on a prove-it deal, and this guy's incredible. So we can see how Najee does. Maybe use him for trade bait in the future, something along those lines. And we got to stay on the defensive side of the ball. Amos is still there. Who do we... All right, we're going with Aladejo here. Looks like a great athlete. We're going to go ahead and bring him in, ranked at 149, another normal dev. We're going to take Amenor. Now, I don't think he'd be here in real life, but he is now. Don't really need a guy, but he's going to be the guy. I don't like this draft at all. I've not been very confident. I don't think this is really the best for this team. And here we're going to take Denzel Burke. Just a corner. I don't have much faith in St. Juste. Hopefully this guy can play. He's an athlete. I don't like how many normal devs we've gotten, so we're just going to get out of this one. And when we take a look at the draft recap, I mean, wow. Kenneth Grant is really not that great in this draft class. I guess SGR is not really feeling him, even though he's been like a projected first rounder for a long time. A lot of players in the 60s. We just got to hope these guys develop for us as we get them plugged into the lineup. And of course, most of them are going to start. Grant's going to start. We're going to start Aladejo. And we'll kind of leave that there. I probably won't move the corners around. I think we're good enough for now. It's going to be a focus next year. We just got to hope these two guys have a decent year. Our D-line is not in a good spot. I want Amenor developing, so we are going to move him up over Quentin Johnston in that third spot. I don't think Quentin Johnston is going to develop. I haven't seen him do it thus far, so let's get into year one and see how these rookies develop. All right, well, at the midseason, we're 2-4. We have some players to re-sign, 119 mil, and we got to get this. I mean, we got to keep this offensive line together. I actually wouldn't mind keeping Rashawn Slater for 5 years. He's probably going to get paid by them. Harbaugh loves building the offensive line. Zion Johnson, he's good enough to stay. Alohi Gilman can go. Andre James. We can replace him in the draft easy enough. Deshaun Hand can go. Rager. Yeah. All these guys are really just going to get replaced with better people. I mean, we might keep Taylor Heineke just for vibes. But everyone else, they are goners. Now, stats and awards. It looks like Jacksonville started Cam Ward. Justin Herbert having a pretty decent year. Najee doing really well on the ground. Receiving, McConkey's leading the way, but Tyler Conklin's having a good year as far as yards go. Ayomanor is having a really decent rookie year. 4 touchdowns. Not great for Mike Williams, but if Ayomanor can keep up his production, then maybe a rookie of the year, and he is our wide receiver 2 next year. The offensive line is great, but we knew that coming in. Defensively, Henley leading the way in tackles. Thule in TFLs. Not great TFL numbers and probably terrible sack numbers. Yeah. 3 sacks at the midseason. 2 picks for Gilman, 1 for a couple of other people. Not great defensive numbers. We might get rid of this defensive scheme very early on, like maybe going into next offseason. That way we can just build what we need to. But we're going to see how these players develop. I'm curious. I have had a thought of trading Najee. Now, that's not going to be realistic, but Quinshon Judkins, man, we are going to bench Najee. We'll make him our power back. Yeah, I mean, Kenneth Grant not doing terrible. I'd like to see our right end do a little bit better. But our pass offense has not been great, and that is upsetting, being we have Justin Herbert. Now, regardless of all that, we're going to keep trucking through, and we will see y'all in the playoffs. Now, we are week 14 here, and we have a receiver breakout for Ladd McConkey. This is probably going to be something big. We're going to give him a medium goal. 150 yards and a touchdown. Maybe he can get it. Now, we don't have the best record right now, 5-7, but we've gone on a little bit of a streak. I'm wondering if we can continue that here against... We do not. We had a weekly award, though. So maybe Ladd McConkey? No. No Ladd McConkey. He's still superstar, though, so that is good enough. Let's take a look at who this weekly award winner was. And it looks like it was Jackson with 2 interceptions. Now, we've had some... Okay, Henley was an award winner. 2 weeks in a row. I didn't get any dev trait for that. I don't think we had any others. Yeah, no. But, I mean, still, 3 award winners, weekly award winners, that's pretty decent. But it's not looking good for us making the playoffs, though, I tell you that. Guys, real quick, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dubby. If you need energy and you're tired of the same lame canned energy drinks, all the Red Bulls, Monsters, all that, etc., that's really bad for you, take a look at Dubby. It equates to $1 per drink. They have some great flavors. Go to dubby.gg, pick out the flavors you want, maybe get a shaker cup, because they have some pretty good ones, and use code BusterPlays at checkout to get 10% off. Now, let's get back to the video. Well, we finished 8-9. Not terrible. I mean, right on par with where we were at the midseason. Right under 500. Quinshon Judkins is only star dev, but he's developing, and that is a great 1-2 punch. It's very similar to Detroit with a great offensive line. Kenneth Grant is developing nice. Now, Aladejo is not. Our corners, look, they're okay. Junior Colson's okay. Not really great numbers out of anybody, I don't think, but we're going to check out that as we speak. I don't think our defense was good. Justin Herbert did not finish the year strong, but, I mean, Najee and Quinshon Judkins, look at that, matching numbers. Almost. Both 668 yards. Najee with a couple more attempts. Quinshon, 9 touchdowns. Najee with 8. Receiving, Ladd McConkey, just under 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Conklin with a pretty good year. Amanor fell off. Didn't do anything. He must have gotten benched for Quentin Johnston. Rashawn Slater, the 93 overall left tackle, giving up 9 sacks. You love that. Dayan Henley in tackles. Khalil Mack in TFLs. And it looked, Kenneth Grant had a sneaky good year. 7 sacks is pretty good out of a run stopper defensive tackle. Khalil Mack with 5.5. The rookie right end with 3.5. 3 for Hand, 3 for Thule, 1 for a couple others. And Alohi Gilman, and that's good sack numbers. Maybe he has to get re-signed. Dante Jackson with 5, 3 for Henley, 2 for Derwin James, 2 for Molden, 1 for a pile of others. Now, we don't make the playoffs, but I'm okay with it because we have money and we really, really want to spend some in the free agency, and it'll give us a better draft pick. So we're okay with that. Now, we're not going to be in either of the big 2 award races. Offensive Player of the Year, I doubt. Defensive Player of the Year, I doubt. Whoa. Henley is down there at 10, actually, so we do make that list. Offensive Rookie, Judkins at 5. I think if he had a whole year, he would have got it. Grant at 2 for Defensive Rookie. Best quarterback. On the list. Best running back. Not on the list. Best receiver. McConkey makes it a 7. O-lineman, no. D-lineman, not on the list. Best linebacker, Mack at 8. Best DB, I'm about to say Alohi Gilman is at 4. We're going to have to re-sign him. Dante Jackson down there at 9. Best kicker, not on that list. Not great. I am curious if we have any dev traits, though, as I feel like there are a couple people that should have gotten them. None on offense is sad, but it's okay. Defensively, Henley goes up to superstar. Alohi Gilman goes up to superstar. Somehow Elijah Molden goes up to superstar. Nothing for Kenneth Grant. I was really hoping for a dev trait. Now, he's almost 80 overall going into his second year, so we are going to keep him. We have a Baltimore-Detroit Super Bowl. Let's see who wins. And it looks like it was the Baltimore Ravens. 35-29, Lamar Jackson is your Super Bowl MVP. And after the year he had, Alohi Gilman is going to stay a Charger. Now, I don't want 3 years, but if I can get you at a 2-year 20, I'll be perfectly happy. He's going to the free agency. I guess Elijah Golden is going to stay on the team and everybody else is going. So actually, I take that back. I just saw a name that we are going to make sure stays just because he just recently signed and he's going to be our backup. It's going to be Trey Lance. We'll give him a 3-year deal. No, he's not interested either. Never mind. He can go start in the UFL. All right, well, we have 2 players on our watch list, Dax Hill and Jalen Phillips. Both of them really want to, well, Jalen Phillips more than Dax Hill, but both of them want to be on the team. And we get both 2 big defensive positional needs. Still have $82 million in cap, 4 re-signs. So we're going to leave it at that, and we're going to get to this draft and hopefully knock it out of the park. All right, we're at the draft, and we have pick 13. No trading up. Maybe even moving back. You know, I have a half a mind to just go ahead and bring in Devin Tarpley. Now, this is probably going to be a normal dev player, but he's a top 5 talent. Ranked at 5, got him at 13, normal dev. We knew it, but he gives us some freedom in our secondary. He can probably bounce back to one of the safety spots. Anything like that, Alex Barron. We could use a tight end, and that's where we're going to go. This guy's a good enough athlete. Ranked at 8, got him at 45. Normal dev, probably will see the field over. I can't remember our tight end's name. Why can I not remember it? He'll probably start as a rookie. This is where we maybe start taking some flyers on these defensive guys. And it's going to be JoJo Ridley. I think he looked better than the other guy, the guy we had focus scouted. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Ranked at 148. Normal dev. Oh, I may have just messed up too because I skipped out on that center. Round 4, we've got to find a lineman that can play center for us. What does Ryan Fife look like? He looks pretty good. We're taking him. This is our new center. He should start. He's hidden dev. That's perfect. Now I'll really start taking flyers, trying to find just that hidden dev defensive pass rusher. Greg Jennings, Hall of Fame name. Pretty decent athlete. A stamina, B finesse move, C power move. Yeah, we kind of knew he was a miss. Now our first 2 picks were really good. Corner, tight end, really good picks. Both normal dev though. And the only hidden dev we got was this center, which I'm perfectly fine with. JoJo Ridley might see the field. 68 overall is good enough to get him onto the field. Absolutely. Everybody else, though, is terrible. And this is what the team's looking like before we head into year 2. Of course, we have rookies Fife and Barron starting on the offensive side of the ball. We really could use a receiver. I don't think Quentin Johnson is going to cut it as a second receiver. We got Quinshawn starting at running back, but Najee is going to be the power back. Defensively, we put in the rookie JoJo Ridley, moved Aladejo over to the left end spot. Kenneth Grant's still there at D tackle. We put the rookie Tarpley in at CB3. Just going to try to move a lot of these guys around. I want somebody to be able to just take off. Added Jalen Phillips in. Henley is up to a superstar dev. Of course, we brought in Dax Hill. So I feel confident in everything outside of really this D-line, but I think we can make something work. We just have to get into the year and see if we get lucky. And it looks like we are getting a little lucky as we are 4-2, so we have a winning record. We've recently beat the Chiefs. I'm hoping that means our defense is playing good. Justin Herbert is not. 5 touchdowns, 7 picks is terrible. Quinshawn Judkins having a pretty good year. Najee's not too far behind him. He's doing pretty good. The rookie tight end Alex Barron, 302, 2 touchdowns. Receiving core is really just mediocre outside of McConkey. Not a lot of sacks let up. Only 7. So I'm okay with that. Defensively, Henley, of course, leading the way in tackles again. Jalen Phillips in TFLs. And it looks like our sack numbers are a little bit better. Sadly, the young players we need to develop do not have any. But Jalen Phillips with 3, Kenneth Grant with 3, 2.5 for Khalil Mack. And 2 picks for Henley, 2 for Junior Colson, 1 for Mack, and 1 for St. Juice. Even though I'm not too sure how he's seeing the field, let's take a look. Fife is a star dev. It looks like Barron is hurt, sadly. That is not too great. Not too great defensively. Yeah, our guys aren't really developing. It did bench Tarpley again, even though he is still, he's better. So I do want him there. Actually, we might put him on the outside as well. See if we can put... Oh, no. I want the rookie there. And then we'll keep Dax Hill there. That should be good. Yeah, defense looks pretty good. We got a couple dev traits. We need Kenneth Grant to get one, so even though he's developing pretty good. He just had a really good year his rookie year, I think is what I'm going to have to put that to. I've messed with the progression sliders a little bit, but I don't have them super high for defensive tackle. I don't know why. He had to get that shoot up just from stats. Now, we do have some players to re-sign. We have 130 mil. Derwin James, I'd like to keep for 2 years, and he wants more years. So we'll have to work on that. Day and Henley. Yeah, I'll keep you. That square we got it figured out at middle linebacker. Elijah Molden. He wants to be here. So we're just going to offer him this. That keeps him till he's 30. Thule is young, so I do want to keep him. Now, he's not going to be super expensive, but a 4-year 26, that's kind of got to be there. Mekhi Becton, I will pay. That may look like a lot, but it's not terrible. Najee, we will let go. St. Juice will let go. Quentin Johnson, yeah. And Khalil Mack, if I could get you back for a 1 year, like this, Yeah, a 1 year 25. I'm perfectly fine with that. Everybody else, though, can go. I'm not re-signing a bunch of 30-year-old players by any means, so they're all good to go. They are all good to go. We'll keep building to the draft now. Let's keep trucking along and get to the playoffs. All right, well, in year two things. We did re-sign Derwin James, just bumped with a deal. We offered him up to 3 years. He took it. Secondly, we win the division. We have the 3 seed and we make the playoffs. I really don't know. I mean, we were winning games. Justin Herbert had a bad year. Rushing, Quinshon Judkins, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. Yeah, he was the definite start over Najee. McConkey under 1,000, 8 touchdowns. Quentin Johnson, 771 and 5. Barron, hopefully Rookie of the Year, and I think definitely a tight end depth trait, without a doubt. That's a lot of sacks. Defensively, Henley leading the way in tackles. Jalen Phillips in TFLs. And look at those sack numbers. 13 for Khalil Mack, 10.5 for Jalen Phillips, 10 for Kenneth Grant. Aladejo, 8.5. Sadly, the rookie JoJo Ridley only with 2. 6 picks for Dan Henley. That's another dev trait. 2 for Colson, 2 for Dax Hill, 2 for St. Just, 1 for a couple others. I think there's some guaranteed dev traits in that. Without a doubt, some guaranteed dev traits. Do want to see, I think we already knew all our dev traits. I think we had one, and it was the center in Fife. Now, I need to draft some backup offensive linemen next year because one injury and we are screwed. And Lad McConkey's hurt, so that is not great for us either. I just want to make like Jerry Rice's son, I want to make a superstar X Factor and just have him light up the league. Judkins playing up to a 90. Barron up to an 81 so far. Justin Herbert's playing pretty good. Well, his overall's high. Not necessarily playing good. Oh, maybe it's because JoJo Ridley got benched for Samson Ebukam. Don't like that. Our defensive line is starting to play good. Hopefully we can see a depth trait out of somebody. Tarpley up to an 80 overall. I think we have fixed a lot of stuff on this team. We just have to keep on trucking along. Let the development happen and get into this wild card game where we have to take down the Denver Broncos. Now we are going to jump to the end of the game. I'm hoping we don't have to hop in here. We split games with the Broncos this year, so maybe we figured it out. We won the second game. They won the first. As we have a tie game, 14-14, 17-14, 17-21, 21-21. Or 20-21, as we take a full 5-point lead and win. That was a nail biter down to the last second. It wasn't Justin. That's probably the best playoff game of Justin Herbert's career. Bo Nix had an incredible game too, though. Quinshon Judkins probably the difference maker, 67 and a touchdown. Mike Williams had a huge day for some reason. Brendan Rice had a huge day. As I was talking about them earlier, they got, they do have Dre Greenlaw. John Franklin Myers, too. We didn't have a single sack. Junior Colson did have an interception, though. And in the divisional, we have the Buffalo Bills. This is where stuff's going to get hard. And we are going to hop in, of course. If we have a chance at a Super Bowl year 2, you got to take it. That just is what it is. You just have to take this opportunity at a year 2 Super Bowl. Now, do I think we are built good enough to beat the Bills? Absolutely not. But I don't know what the Bills look like right now. We do have a 10-0 lead, so maybe we are 17-0, 17-7, 24-7. I don't want to say it's 31. It's probably game over. 31-13, 38-13. The Bills' defense must have regressed drastically as we blow out the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. Justin Herbert, incredible game. He didn't play like this all season. Josh Allen, not so much. Quinshon Judkins, he has been the difference maker, I think. Quentin Johnson had a good game. Mike Williams had a good game. Brendan Rice with, 2 good games in the playoffs is, for backup receivers, is something. Did we have Khalil Mack had 2 sacks? Dan Henley had a sack. That was about it. And Derwin James with the interception. Really good numbers. We're headed to the AFC Championship. And this is where it gets tough as we have the 16-1 Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I'm okay with losing this game. I would have been okay with losing against the Bills. We win a wild card game, get a playoff win, the first of Justin Herbert's career. Now, does he really have what it takes to battle out Lamar? Does our defense have what it takes? I doubt it. I know our defense. I didn't think our defense could beat Josh Allen. And Baltimore, okay, they came to play. They got a 10-0 lead on us. We can't seem to get anything going offensively, but now it's 7-10. It's been a low score. We only need a touchdown. And I said we only needed a touchdown. You know what? No, we're not. We're not going to hop in here. There's 3 minutes left. Hoping. All right, I am going to hop in here. Just because I want to run the QB sneak. I want to get the first down, and then we're going to try to see if we can deal with Justin Herbert and try to get this team on their heels. We just want some high-low concepts. I mean, what Judkins has going on is too complicated. Just want to keep it simple. Brendan Rice is in here, and Barron is making diving catches at the football. What a player. As they have an injury on defense. I mean, it's just, this offense feels incredible. Barron is insane. He is insane. All right, we want to save. We really want to save our timeouts, as we are just going to try to go out of bounds here, and we do. We probably could have taken that upfield a lot more. Just wanted to go out of bounds, though. Just wanted to stop the clock, try to get... I tried to move him. He did not move. Did not register. All right. Let's see if we can get something going here. I'd love to get it in Judkins' hands in space. We're just going to hit Johnston. We got all 3 timeouts. A touchdown and a stop here is... All right, I don't know why this is happening. Throw it away. 38 seconds. Yeah, we may have burned all the time we could. Not calling a timeout there and hitting a guy in bounds really hurt us. All right, this is going to be a penalty. And we're going to hit Barron. He is having an incredible... I mean, he's incredible. Antonio Gates, right? I mean, he's just sharing that number right now. But 26 seconds left. We're just going to try to come in here and stop the run. And see if we can get a decent, you know... And we're not going to be able to stop. Like, I committed to that, right? I committed to that fully. Now, I know they're a better team than we are. Here, and they got a 3rd and inches. All right, well, we have a 3rd and inches where we have not been able to stop them at all. And I'm hoping we can here. We got one more timeout. We're not going to be able to. That's game over. That is going to be game over. We're just going to go to the end here. And sadly, we lose to Baltimore. It was a close game. We probably made a couple mistakes there, personally. I think there were some mistakes made, you know, outside of that, probably by not me. Maybe some computer mistakes along the way, because we only scored 7 points through the first 3 quarters. And I feel like it was just a bad Justin. I mean, it wasn't great, but Lamar Jackson had a way worse game, and they were still able to pull away. The difference was the running game. Quinshawn couldn't get it going. Lamar had a great day. Alex Barron, the tight end. Now, we did most of that, but outside of that, we had nobody catching the ball. Defensively, I mean, it's going to be a lot of stats for them. Kenneth Grant did pretty good at TFLs. We did have, I mean, just here I see 2 sacks, but they had a pile. Yeah, we only had 2 sacks. Henley and Tarheeb Steele with the 2 picks. Of course, we threw one to Roquan, or Justin Herbert did. I didn't. So that's going to wrap up year 2. It was a pretty good year. It's just to see what kind of awards we get. And I mean, Coach of the Year, we come in second. Look at that, the Harbaugh brothers at 1 and 2. MVP, I know Justin Herbert's not going to be in because he had a terrible year. Probably not Offensive Player of the Year. Nobody's there. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack is at 8. Offensive Rookie, Barron is at 2. I was really hoping that he was good enough to win that. Defensive Rookie, yeah, we don't have anybody on the list. I mean, the Dolphins have 2 players. That's kind of terrible. Best quarterback, not going to be there because we had a terrible year. Best running back, Quinshawn at 4. I do like that. Best receiver, I doubt we're there. Best offensive line, I doubt we're there. Best defensive line, Kenneth Grant is at 10. Best linebacker, Jalen Walker went to the Titans. I forgot about that. Jalen Phillips is there at 5. Khalil Mack was at 2. Best defensive back, nobody. And best kicker, Cameron Dicker at 8. Well, hopefully, even though we didn't really get any award winners, hopefully we had some good enough seasons for some dev traits, and Barron does go up. Quinshawn Judkins goes up to Superstar Dev. That's awesome. Defensively, nobody goes up. Jalen Phillips goes up. I was expecting Henley. I was really expecting Kenneth Grant. I mean, he's made his way a good bit. Aladeo's made a pretty decent run. I was expecting one of these 2 guys to get a dev trait and try to, really start developing. I mean, if Kenneth Grant's going to be mid-80s and not get a dev trait, that's tough. Repeat Super Bowl, Detroit and the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see who wins. It looks like Baltimore. Again, the 2nd Super Bowl in a row they beat the Detroit Lions. And I can't remember from the midseason. I think Joe Alt we just re-signed. I mean, we have the money. Najee can go. St. Juice can go. Yeah, we're just going to let all these people go. I mean, we don't really have a need for them. All right, I just want to show this because we're about to offer Aiden Hutchinson, and I know we're not going to get him, so I'm not worried about it. But a 6-year, $60 million per year deal. And watch this. We're not top 3. Oh my God, we signed him. Oh, I did not expect that. Oh, I'm going to regret that. Oh, well, guess what? We got Aiden Hutchinson. Can't offload that contract. All right, we're also offering just some backup offensive linemen super cheap. We get them all. I'm going to regret that. I just want that to be said because I got to keep this 30 mil for next year. That's just, we might be in the hole. Well, we're at the draft and we have found ourselves in a really good spot. Even though we only have pick 30, our list of needs is super, super low. I think we're going to go with Broderick Walton. Looks pretty good. Hopefully a hidden dev ranked at 19. Hidden dev, I'm perfectly fine with it. We got a 2nd receiver finally for the team. Now we are going to just go to the 2nd round. We're going to give a shot at right outside. Just a guy to back up Khalil Mack and develop. Maybe he sees the field next year. Josh Whitlock's still here. He's around 1 to 2 talent. I mean, at tackle, he can't be but so bad, right? Ranked at 199. He is pretty bad, but it's a backup. So, and looking at the draft recap, Broderick Walton definitely will be the new wide receiver 2 in the building. A lot of other guys that are just going to be backups, and that's what we need. And looking at the roster, before we head into year 3, Walton, of course, wide receiver 2 immediately as a rookie. The rest of the offense looks really good. Defensively, adding Aiden Hutchinson hopefully can turn this defense into the right direction. Jalen Phillips obviously is good. I didn't realize we had already lost Khalil Mack, So that one kind of hurts, but hopefully Thule can take that spot and just develop from there. An 88 true overall. I have a lot of faith in this team as we set up our scout real quick. That's not what I wanted. And we are going to make this... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to fire. Okay, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons right now. We're going to make this an outside linebacker guy. We really need to, I think, pursue a right outside linebacker. We'll see how Thule, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll let him go for a year, see what he does. And right now, we just got to get into year 3 and see how this team plays. And oh my, 7-0. We have players to re-sign. We have zero money. This is where stuff gets hard because we're going to have to restructure some deals. We have to keep these 2 guys. Everybody else can probably go, but Ladd McConkey and Joe Alt have to stay. And taking a look at it, Walton is a star dev. We kind of knew that. Well, we didn't know. I was kind of figuring that he would be star dev. We didn't have any other dev traits, sadly. You know, we just got to figure out this contract situation and hope that when it comes down to it, we get something figured out. But I do want to check our stats, as it looks like Quinshon Judkins is tearing the league apart. Justin Herbert with a really good year. Quinshon, really good year, 660 so far, 12 touchdowns. Ladd McConkey leading the way in receiving. Amanor is doing pretty good. Walton, not terrible as far as touchdowns go. Blocking, pretty good numbers. Defensively, Henley leading the way in tackles, of course. Aiden Hutchinson in TFLs. And, I mean, 9 sacks at the midseason. He's kind of worth it. Like, those are great numbers. 3 picks for Still, 2 for Molden, 1 for a couple others. I'm going to be transparent here. I did mess with Aiden Hutchinson's contract a little bit. I made it a little more realistic to where it's not a 6-year, $380 million deal. I didn't think we were going to get him offering that. I don't know why I did it. I should have never done that. That's just way too much. But I brought it down, and it's a lot closer to like a 6-year, $200 million deal, which is still like double what Max Crosby. I mean, well, no, it's about double the length, but it's an insane contract. So, I mean, we're going to hope that changes some things. But we're 7-0, so we're shooting for a Super Bowl. That's all that really matters anyway. Well, in year 3, we finished 14-3. Now, we still have a wild card. The number 1 offense, number 1 in rush yards, a top 5 defense. I mean, that's really good. The 2 seed, Cincinnati, the 1 seed at 15-2. They did beat us, which kind of sucks. But, I'm fine with playing them again in the playoffs and taking them down there. And our team looks incredible. We're developing fantastically. Defensively, I'm hoping we can get dev traits. Why did Thule... There we go. I don't know why I moved him over. He's gone up to Superstar Dev in season, so it had to have been a player of the week or something that caused that. Which is awesome to see. Yeah, I have no complaints with... You can't complain with that season. And it looks like Quinshon is going to get a dev trait. He is incredible. Justin Herbert had a great year. Quinshon Judkins, almost 1,500 yards, 22 touchdowns. The backup had 11 rushing touchdowns. Kamani Vidal, 11 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Ladd McConkey, 1,000, 12 touchdowns. Pretty good year from Barron. Walton, decent year, not great. Blocking, we let up a lot of sacks. Henley leading the way in tackles again. Aiden Hutchinson and TFLs, and great sack numbers. Hutchinson, 16. Kenneth Grant with 9. 5 for Thule. 4 for Aladejo. And, yeah, Tarheeb Steele, 4 picks, 3 for Henley, 2 for Dax Hill, 2 for Molden, 1 for Tarpley, 1 for Frank Frey, whoever that is. So, with all that being said, the only thing we can do is go ahead and hop into this wild card game. Try to get going here in year 3. This is our time to make a Super Bowl. I mean, contracts that we have on board, it's now or never. The Jets have Quinn Ewers, so that is something to look out for. As we do, I mean, we are the home team. So let's get to the end of this as the Jets score first. Our defense not doing a lot. Can our offense step it up? I mean, we were the #1 offense in the league as we have a 7-point lead. Only, okay, they have a lead. What is our offense doing here? Yeah, we're hopping in here. This is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I know it's early to hop in, but what are we doing? And we're going to get sacked. Our offensive line is just mediocre. We're at a spot where I'm going to go for it. And I'm just going to hope somebody burns. In immediate pressure. Who is that guy? We're about to lose to the Jets. In the wild card round? What is going on here? Alright. We make it a 2-point game. And we kicked an onside kick. Now we're going to come in for the full game. We're going to try to use these timeouts here. I know a run's coming. I don't know which side, and it doesn't matter. We stop it. We get there with Colson. I wasn't able to predict in time. I think it's going to the right this time. Oh, it went to the left. Get him, Molden. 3rd and 3. Okay, that was a bit of a scare. Now, I don't know if this is a run. I'm prepped for it to be, but I feel like it's going to be a pass. All right, we stop them. That's 4th down. Give me the ball back. A minute left. I feel like we can make something happen. We have the offense for it. The #1 offense in the league. It's a 2-point game. We just have to get in field goal range. Now, we are at the 11, and I don't know how we're going to play this. I mean, he's just there every time. That was pretty much a snap and throw. I had no time there. 58 seconds. We pretty much have to get out of bounds. Now, I'm hoping McConkey is going to get open here, and he does. We're going to run out of bounds because we did not have the speed to get away from him. That gets us close to field goal range. We don't have any timeouts, but there's 53 seconds left, so I think we can get something going. We just have to be fast with it, and that's going to get us out of bounds. We're definitely in field goal range now. I'm not running the ball, though, just because I know that we have no timeouts. So, and I know how the clock works in this game. Yeah, throw that away. Throw that away. It's okay to stop the clock there. No big complaints. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put Illuminar on that. Oh, I wanted to put Baron on a slant. 3rd and 10. I'd like to get closer. They still have timeouts. Oh, and we didn't get out of bounds. All right, we got it there. That's a 1st down. We're out of bounds. We're going to go ahead and kick it. We don't have time to stop it. They're going to call the timeout. I don't like ice kicks. But it doesn't matter. It's good. That's our win. All right. We had to hop in a little too much here for my liking. And for some reason, we can't get enough of a situation going. So that's 2 seconds left. We got there quick. Aiden Hutchinson doing his thing. I think anyway. You know, disruption is all his thing is. So as long as he can get there, I'm fine with that. And he just got to cause some pressure. 2 seconds left. They can pretty much do whatever they want as long as we swat that out. That's game over. We take the win by 1. Getting a little lucky there. Really, if we would have left that up to the sim, we would have lost. And Justin Herbert, a decent day. Just the 1 interception. Quinshawn not doing great. Receiving, I mean, Garrett Wilson killed us. They got Egbuka too. Lad McConkey, a lot of that was us. Or some of it anyway. Defensively, what kind of sacks did we have? Aiden Hutchinson with 3. Kenneth Grant with 2. Pretty good sack numbers. And they had a pick from Tony Adams. Whatever, we escape with a win. Hopefully we don't have to get that close in all the future games. And now we take on the Bills. We had a slight advantage over... You know, we beat the Bills last year. Hopefully this year we can do the same. I think we're prepped for it. They do have Joey Bosa. So they got our top pass rusher. Let's see if we can get to the end of the game with the win and without having to jump in. Our offense, for whatever reason, is struggling. Number 1 offense in the league, by the way. As Buffalo has a... Well, I said they had a lead. 20-14 now. 17-20. 27-17. Are they gonna... Alright. Alright, we get the first down. Can we figure something out here? Alright, we got a kick to make. They're out of timeouts, so... We're just gonna wind this down. We're gonna make sure it's kicked. You know what we're gonna do? Actually, we're gonna call a timeout with 2 seconds left. We just missed it. It wouldn't let me call a timeout, and I panicked. Oh my gosh. And now Buffalo's going to come out and score immediately, so we got to figure out something. I panicked. It wouldn't let me call a timeout. I saw that clock hit 1 and I panicked. We're going to hit Barron, though, and he's unstoppable. That might be just one of the best tight ends I've ever drafted, like especially in a rebuild, because every time I look for him, he's open. And except for there, I'm just going to call 4 verts and let it happen. As Barron's going to be there again. Yeah, dude's a beast. Did they just win? They won. Oh my gosh, I sold. This was our year. Justin Herbert had a pretty good game. He's still throwing a pick here and there. Quinshawn, really great. Barron, of course, but y'all saw those passes. I'm really upset that I did that to us. Really upset that I did that to us, because that was all on me. I could have let the computer... Well, I should have... I was trying to call a timeout. We had all 3. I don't know why it wouldn't let me call one. I shouldn't have even tried to do that. I should have just kicked the field goal, and now we're out of the playoffs. If I got rid of our only chance to win a Super Bowl, I'm going to be depressed. And, I mean, Justin Herbert didn't even make the MVP race. We do get Coach of the Year. Best or Offensive Player of the Year. Quinshawn is on the list. No Justin Herbert. Defensive Player of the Year. Aiden Hutchinson at 4. Offensive Rookie. Well, Walton's at 4. I forgot we had him there for a minute. Best Quarterback. Justin Herbert's at 6. Running Back goes to Quinshawn. Best Receiver. Lad McConkey is at 6. Best Offensive Lineman. Zion Johnson down at 9. Best defensive lineman, Hutchinson at 3. Best linebacker, Henley at 7. Best defensive back, still at 10. And best kicker, we're not on the list. And I do want to take a look and see what depth traits we got. I'm going to assume that Quinshawn Judkins does go up. That is what I was expecting. Defensively... nobody moves. That is more interesting. Kenneth Grant should have a dev trait by now. He's developed so great. We have a Kansas City Tampa Bay Super Bowl, and it looks like it's the Kansas City Chiefs taking down Tampa Bay. getting their revenge from so long ago now. All right, well, we made some mistakes in the free agency, and we do have a late pick. We have two big needs. The first is going to be left tackle. I'm going to hope for a hidden dev out of Blake Harrington. He's around 2 to 3 talent, but hopefully a hidden dev. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. We get a left tackle. Now we can shift and start looking at middle linebacker in the second round. All right, this is the middle linebacker we're taking. He looks really good, around 2 to 3 talent, ranked at 97. Only normal dev though. He really looked like he was gonna be the non-hidden dev type. Third round, I almost want to go after a receiver here. All right, we got a receiver here, 4.29 speed, 4.3 speed. Gonna go ahead and take him. Another normal dev, but a wide receiver 3 nonetheless. All right, this guy's probably not going to be good, but we're going to take a flyer on him. Yeah, he wasn't. Okay, that's fine. All right, well, not a terrible draft heading into year 4. We get our starting left tackle of the future, a backup, just some backup guys. Wasn't a great draft for us, but I don't think it was a super strong draft class. Well, this is the team before we go into year 4. I'm okay with it. I know we, made some money mistakes, but I think we're gonna be in a good spot. The defense defense still isn't bad. We just could upgrade some positions for sure. It shows that we could upgrade some positions because we're 3 and 4. We're really only doing good in rush yards. I don't know why our passing game is so bad. We're just going to leave that alone for now. Harrington is a star dev, so that is cool. He's developing pretty good. We didn't have any dev traits on defense, so no concerns there. Quinshawn's doing what he does. Justin Herbert not playing great. Yeah, 635, 8 touchdowns. Ladd on his way, on pace for over 1,000, so that is not bad. Harrington playing worse, but that's okay. He's a rookie. Colin Bryan leading the way in tackles. Aiden Hutchinson in TFLs. Aiden Hutchinson in sacks. Some pretty good sack numbers. And only 1 interception for Dax Hill. Interception numbers are terrible. Our corners aren't that bad either. We have some decent ones. Regardless of that, though, we do need to see. I don't even know if we can re-sign anybody. Yeah, negative 37 million. We made a big mistake. We're gonna have to try to figure something out here because we got to keep Quinshawn. Well, wow, what a year. Go down to 6 and 11. I don't know what happened at all. I just have no idea why we weren't winning, but it was bad. We were losing the bad teams, losing the good teams, until that last week we come alive. Really just terrible pass numbers, I think, was the problem. Justin Herbert, yeah, that's just not great. Quinshawn's incredible. Ladd McConkey had a really good year. We gave up a lot of sacks. Henley, but the rookie though, 99. Both of them tied with 99 tackles. Aiden Hutchinson, 22 TFLs, 16 sacks, 8 for Jalen Phillips, who we're sadly probably going to have to let go of this offseason. And not a lot of interceptions, so really underwhelming numbers. I guess I was just hoping for a little bit more. I don't know why Harrington got benched. I was just hoping for more, I think. And players developed pretty decently. Tarpley, not really, but pretty well. I guess that's just how year 4 is going to end. And I would only expect about 1 award here, and that would be we're not offensive. Oh, that's rookie. Well, we're not going to be there. Defensive rookie. Byron's at 2, so he was in the running. But I just expect best running back does go to Quinshawn. Receiver, I knew McConkey would be up there. Not going to have, we have some, Joe Alt's on the offensive line list, but didn't get Aiden Hutchinson on the D-line. Linebacker, not going to be there. Not going to be DB. And we're down there at 10 for kicker. So really, just underwhelming year. But a New Orleans and Buffalo Super Bowl. Let's see who wins. And it is the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen finally getting a ring and a Super Bowl MVP. Well, he might have actually in this already. But we just got to try to make this offseason work with our negative $64 million in cap. All right, well, we can't re-sign anybody. The best we were able to work is negative $8 million. I'm hoping we get a boost. Sometimes you get a little bump in the off-season, and we don't. So we are just out a pile of players. Quinshawn is gone. We have no hopes of re-signing him. We're just going to have to make this draft exceptional, and it sucks that we just lost that much of our team. But to be honest with you, we weren't winning, so it was not that big of a deal anyway. All right, well, we traded up just 2 spots with the Minnesota Vikings. The reason is there's about 1 decent left outside linebacker in this class from what I've seen. And yeah, Roman Monty, he's going to be our new left outside linebacker since we lost Jalen Phillips. Got him, hidden dev though. That's all that matters. We got a lot we need to do in this draft. And ooh, that's not what I want. I think our next pick here in round 2 is probably going to try to be a running back. Oh, this guy's a top. We just got to get him. Top 5 talent. Javier McKenzie to replace Quinshawn. Probably won't do as good, but ranked at 4 normal dev. Okay, this is the best looking guard. Tim Pagel, an incredible athlete. Ranked at 58. Hidden dev. We fixed left guard. We're going to trade to the end of this round here and try to get another corner. A 2nd and 6. That should do it. Yeah, it does. A 2nd next year. We're back up in the 3rd round. All right, well, looking at it, I'm not too upset with this. Roman Monty's pretty good. Javier McKenzie is 77 overall, so he's going to start. And Tim Pagel is going to start at left guard. So, some good pieces. All right, well, this is the team in year 5. Got a lot of younger players that we really need to step up. Nothing to be too upset about, though. Aiden Hutchinson, he'll hold down the defense pretty well. And, we still have enough good players on defense. I don't worry about it too much. I do kind of worry about this cornerback room a little bit. And offensively, we've struggled to just do anything. We've had good receivers, especially move the ball through the air. So we're just going to go ahead and get through year 5 and see if we can make it back into the playoffs. All right, we got a D-line breakout for Lorenzo Coleman. We're just going to give him a sack goal, 1+ sack. Maybe he can do that. Hopefully that gives us a little bit of a good luck charm. We're 2-3 currently, but we've had really rough games. And we've played some really good teams. The Raiders are 4-1, but they're not as good of an overall as what we played, and we lose. We're gonna have to do a playbook change. And did he get it? No, he just got some XP. So yeah, we're gonna do a playbook change. Well, a letdown year. Some could say we did it to ourselves. 9-8. We did do the playbook change, and it didn't help. Justin Herbert, decent year, probably because of the playbook change. Javier McKenzie, okay. Probably would have done better if we stayed in that LA playbook. Ladd McConkey with a really good year. A lot of sacks. I just can't get away from that. Henley leading the way in tackles. Aiden Hutchinson in TFLs. And Aiden Hutchinson in sacks. Not great. The rookie only with 1 is ridiculous. JoJo Ridley, though, with 5. Not great numbers. 3 picks for Byron, the middle linebacker. 2 for Henley, 2 for Molden, 1 for Hill, 1 for Rivers, 1 for Ron Reed. Just really upsetting rebuild. I know I kind of messed a lot up getting rid of a lot of players with the Aiden Hutchinson edition, but outside of that, and Pagel is superstar dev, so that's awesome. But outside of that, I mean, this is still a really good team who just let us down offensively. I know our defense could be a little bit better, but I mean, still, it's pretty. Monty is star dev. It's a pretty good defense. You have great players. Like, this is a good team. This is a good team. 88 overall. We just, the last 2 years, have been letting the team down and not able to win. So, sadly, that is going to close this one out, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like as we are trying to get our algorithm straight and spread throughout all the YouTube channels. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed as well. We're trying to build a little community over here for Madden rebuilds. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Let me know down in the comments if there is a team or a rebuild you want to see. And until next time, guys, y'all have a good one.